Your clerk's office and you are literally just told me that the way I foiled it is the reason I'm not getting it, but you won't help me and show me what's on this paper wrong.
We put this online so
right.
you can see
That's
every
great.
credit
I
card
don't
statement.
care about what you made. What I want is the statements from MasterCard or Visa or Capital One. Number 2 here says credit cards, debit card statements from January 1st to December 31st. You're telling me these records don't exist? The credit card statements don't exist?
The credit card statements exist.
So why didn't I get those? That I want the statements.
Okay. Well, I mean,
that's not statements. This is something that you guys cut and paste. If there was something that was left out, and I'm not saying there is. Well, again, I'm not saying there is, but I'm saying I want the statements.
Let's not make accusations like that.
I'm not making accusations, but I'm telling you why I want the statements. I think that's pretty clear. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know why.
I don't like playing games, but I'm the king of games, all right?
We know that.
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing no more. I take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I gotta ask you.
Hey,
Hey,
do me a favor. Wait, SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification.
You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
You guys are going to want to be subscribed because what you're looking at is the beginning of a statewide credit card investigation. And the beauty is we served up the same FOIL request to over 50 municipalities for their credit card statements so far, and they all got the same one, and we're going to be able to compare them all. So let's go ahead. Yeah, I got a FOIL request to turn in. Yeah, it's got a FOIL request to turn in. If I could get a timestamp copy of that one. Down here today in the city of North Tonawanda. I got a FOIL request to turn in here.
Okay.
Here in the city of Tonawanda. We're just here to serve some FOIL up. Pretty good. I'm just down here to file some FOIL requests here.
Okay. Hi.
Got a FOIL request to turn in. If I could just get a timestamp copy of that. Just got a FOIL request all filled out. I just need a timestamp copy of it.
Sure.
How you doing? I got a FOIL request all filled out here. I just need to turn it and get a timestamp copy from you if I could. I got a FOIL request all filled out here. I just need a timestamp copy of it if I could. I got a FOIL request to turn in. If I could just get a timestamp copy of that.
What is this?
It's a FOIL request. Freedom of Information Law request. Got a FOIL request to insert. Got it all filled out already for you. I don't know if I'm in the right spot to turn in a FOIL request for the village.
Yep. For the village?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, got new glass, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. A little better than that plexi, huh?
Yeah.
Just got a FOIL request. I got it all filled out there. If I could just get a timestamp copy of that one. We even put FOIL law to the test to make sure that the police stations would deliver this to the clerk's office that was closed when we got there and the place was closed.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I need. Just to bring it to your awareness that this is for the whole municipality. I was just down at the clerk's office to serve it. Their online hours said they're open to 4:30, but they closed at 4, so I missed them. So I'm serving it here, so obviously it's going to be for the police department as well as all the municipalities.
Yeah, probably go back over there. Yeah, I don't know if we can.
Yeah, you just have to forward it to the clerk's office.
I'll let her know.
Thanks. That's just what the law requires. That's all.
Morning.
Morning. Got a FOIL request to turn in.
Sure, yeah.
Got her all filled out for you. Everything you need on there. Just a timestamp copy for me, and I'm all set. If I can get a timestamp copy of that.
Sure, sure.
And seeing as we all know, some town halls perform much better than others. Some give us the whole song and dance, and some want to play games, which brings us to our first contestant in the They Wanted to Play Games with the Taxpayers' Records. Hit that thumbs up, hype this video and get ready for the full investigation, folks, so make sure you're subscribed. Today's video, we're going back to Lancaster. After 50 municipalities were served with the exact same FOIL request and the exact same time frame, we get to compare them all, and Lancaster here was the first to decide to play games. Now you know the investigation, let's go ahead and take a look where we are on the map and then we'll get into it.
Down here in Lancaster, New York, the games continue. Mark. Pretty good. It's got a FOIL request all filled out. I just need a timestamp copy of it.
Sure.
Yeah, just for my records, if you don't mind.
There you go. I'll just give it to Diane.
Thank you very much.
To this address,
Yeah,
right?
that's my email there, and
Okay.
don't think Lancaster's special. We're serving up everybody across Western Europe. We're gonna do a big financial audit.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing?
As you can see, we turned in our FOIL request to the Lancaster town on March 5th around 11:40 a.m. and now we're heading to more municipalities to serve them up. The next municipality that we served up with the same exact FOIL request on the same exact date, as you can see here, March 5th, 2026 at approximately 1:38 p.m. and this is the village of Orchard Park, New York.
How you doing? I don't know if I'm in the right spot to turn in a FOIL request for the village.
Yep. For the village?
Yeah.
Yep.
I could just get a timestamped copy of that from my record, and I'm all set. I've been going around all of Western New York serving the exact same FOIL request, doing a financial audit look for like everybody.
Yep.
I just left Cheektowaga. You know what the clerk said to me when I gave her that request, same one that you just took, very respectfully? You know what she told me? She told me to get a life. Isn't that ridiculous? I don't need you to fill it now. I just need a timestamp.
No, because I do them, so I'm trying to understand what you're asking for. I mean, this is...
It's a financial audit of all credit cards in the town of Cheektowaga, all the statements, all authorized users. Pretty simple one. We're gonna audit your finances down here.
Yeah, sure.
It seemed like what she was today. She seemed grumpy, guys, didn't she?
Hopefully she's not overspending, or she's gonna be real grumpy when we get those records. Sorry, was that get a life? Is that what I heard? Get a life? Oh man, now I'm gonna have to stick around and take some more pictures. Because I get paid to do this in my life. In my lifetime, I get paid to take your picture and expose you for being grumpy and rude and an asshole. That's what I get paid to do. You shut up. You shut up too.
Watch the language.
Shut up, you assholes. You guys want to tell me to get a life? You want to tell me to get a life? Who said that? That's right, fam. Make sure you're subscribed and you hype these videos, because these investigations, some of them get out of hand. Apparently, some people don't like oversight. Probably gonna find some corruption there. Alright, fam. So in this video, March 5th, 2026, you watched us serve the town of Lancaster and the village of Orchard Park on the exact same day, the exact same piece of paper. Now I want to show you something, because the reason we put the village of Orchard Park in here is their superiority in transparency. Now what you're looking at on the screen here is their FOIL request. Now if you recognize on that film, we served that FOIL request on the 5th at 1:38 p.m. Now if you look, March 6th, 2026 at 9:27 a.m., they have not given me a response, because by New York State FOIL law, they have 5 days to respond, then 20 days past that to get you either a fill of your FOIL request, denial, or extension of time they ask for. This place gave me the filled FOIL request in under 24 hours. That's transparency, folks. Now, she went ahead and filled the request, and our request was for who is the authorized users, which they gave us right here, who the authorized users are, the credit card policies and statements, which we have here, they gave us, and then we asked for 12 months of statements. Now, what do we have here? 12 months of statements, folks, from the credit card companies, not something they made up. We have it all. Now, we're not going to go through the credit card statements today, and probably not going to go through too many statements on the videos. What we're actually going to do, we're going to start a new little series to make sure you're subscribed. What we're going to do is called Saturday Night Statements. And we're going to start going through some statements live on YouTube, on a live stream, and we're going to go, pick through some stuff, because what you'll start to notice in some of these things is, like, if you look right here where my cursor is, you'll see a lot of Amazon purchases in these towns. So we're going to start pulling some Amazon receipts to see if anything looks suspicious. So that's what we're going to do. But this was the village of Orchard Park, put their FOIL request in, got my filled. Now, mind you, this is the exact same paper that Lancaster is about to play games with, you're about to see now. So now, the very next day we have all that, and I petitioned redress of my grievances to the village of Orchard Park, and I said, hot damn, village of Orchard Park is #1 in Western New York. Hi, I've submitted this FOIL request to all municipalities across Western New York. You can take pride in your transparency and accountability as #1, seeing as you came in with the request filled first. Transparency Kings, Orchard Park Village. Town, we're going to have to get into that. But let's go ahead and look at what happened in Lancaster. Now, we filled that out on the 5th of March. Now, if you look when they came in on the March 9th, 2026 at 3 p.m., what we got was our acknowledgement letter, which they have 5 days to give us. They were within the law. And she pretty much acknowledged the Freedom of Information Act and then gave me the policies of Lancaster's credit card statements. So she started to fill it already within the allotted time for the credit card policies she already gave me on the 9th. Now, if we go down to the, let's see, this is March 10th. March 10th at 11:03 a.m., she sent me an email attaching, #1, which was already attached above the policies. No such records exist so that I've identified the people on the card statements, which technically she did give me, because as you can see here, she gave me a list of names who are authorized users and who are authorized users on which card, in a sense. So there's going to end up being 3 cards for Lancaster. The police department have one, the supervisors have one, and the highways department have one. So we did get partial of this request filled in that aspect. She already gave us the policy already, but here's the kicker. Number 3, no such records exist. That means credit card records don't exist in Lancaster is the way she filled it. So what do we got to do, fam? Oh, that's right. We're going back down there. We received that denial on March 10th, 2026 at 11:03 a.m. We immediately jumped in the corruption cruiser. Now this video was taken at March 10th, 2026 at 12:03 p.m., 1 hour later.
Speak to the town clerk, maybe? Yeah, I got this full response, not happy. So number 2 here says credit cards, debit card statements from January 1st to December 31st. You're telling me these records don't exist? The credit card statements don't exist?
The credit card statements exist.
So why didn't I get those?
Because you have to read the full sentence.
Yeah, it says showing significant identification. So all these people who are verified users, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all use the exact same card number. The last 4 digits are not different on all their cards.
Well, if you can see here, this is the card. So all these people use that card.
And they all have the exact same number.
Right,
on it.
like I don't have a card. Because my name is on there.
My asking is your card, Don Giuliano's card, Kimberly's card, all these cards have the exact same number. They're not the digits on the 4 digits on the back of that card are not different.
There's one highway card
Right.
that they all use.
And it has the same number.
Yes, it's only one card. The police has a separate card.
Right.
The supervisor has a separate card. So it looks like there's 3 cards.
So there's 3 cards, right? Mm-hmm. And you're saying that you can't give me these records showing 3 different numbers?
The Director of Finance and Administration has told me exactly. I gave you exactly what he gave me.
But you didn't give me what I'm asking for. I'm asking for the credit card statements from January 1st to 2025, which would have significant information identifying departments on it by the last 4 digits who spent the stuff on the card, right? And that's all I'm saying is I didn't want that redacted. So I don't understand how we're missing something here.
I could, if you want to give me a FOIL request, just for the credit card statements dated from that. I can get that, but I don't think it doesn't appear because I don't know. I mean, I
don't know either because you didn't give me the records I asked for.
When you get that.
You're clowning with these records. You're not giving me these records when this is exactly what I asked for. Credit card statements from January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025, right? Showing significant information, meaning the number at the end of the card has a bunch of X's and the last 4 digits will show, which you said, 3 different card numbers, which would be that information. So I think that you have given me this incorrectly.
Well, I can ask them again. I mean, it's not, I don't have
Do you want me to write
records.
do you want me to write that appeal in writing?
An appeal, no. I'll see what I can get you.
It's just simple.
It's not-
all credit card statements from January 1st
Right.
to
but
December
it's-
31st from Lancaster, period. And don't redact any information that shows the last 4 digits of the card number. That's all this
Okay,
statement
so
says.
let me see if I can get that for you.
Do you want that appeal in writing?
No,
I mean, I can give you the same piece of paper again. We can just black that out and then rewrite it down here. Do not take off the last 4 digits so you guys understand it better. Like, I think that this is a game that you guys are playing with.
I'm not playing with you.
Somebody's playing the game because this
I
is
will.
pretty clear. It's all
I'll
credit card
try.
statements. You're telling me they don't exist because it doesn't show significant identifying information, but it does because it has the last 4 digits. When you guys have a credit card statement for the
It
town,
may-
right? And somebody put something on there that didn't belong there. You don't look at it and be like, well, it could be any one of these people. No, it would be limited down by the number on the document that shows what card it was, so you would know if you're saying that the authorized users work off this list, and there is the supervisor's card, the police card, and the highway card. That means there's 3 different cards, numbers, and then information should say on the documents. That's all I'm asking for. I don't understand why it's hard.
Okay,
Or past that, why wouldn't you just give me the credit card statement and say, we don't have any way to identify who that is? This is beyond me.
I will try to find your answer.
And there you go, you are all set.
So you understand what this is asking for now, then, right?
And
this is
I
asking for the
understood before
statements.
too. I'm not stupid.
Well, then I shouldn't be here talking to you, asking you why I don't have the debit card statements from January 1st to December 31st, and you're telling me it's full, because it's not full, because I don't have these.
It's full.
Yeah. This is what you wrote on the request. I don't know if you filled out the request here. I will consider this request fulfilled.
Oh, fulfilled.
Right, full.
Yeah.
It's filled.
Yeah. I thought you meant number 2 was filled, was full or something.
Well, you apparently claim that these cards they don't exist because the last 4 digits you can't identify the difference.
That's not what-
ridiculous.
that's not what
That's
the-
exactly what the response says. It's ridiculous, and the public's going to see it, and they're going to make their own opinion too. So, I guess if you're going to get me these credit card statements, that's fine.
will-
Or if I need to appeal it, I can do that now.
Well, let me see what I can get, and I'll get back to you.
And then as far as 3, no audits or investigations been done.
Nothing.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
But as far as these don't exist, it can't be that they don't exist in the format that's written here. Showing significant identifying information, departments, officials, or employees. That means the last 4 digits to show who's spending what, which card it came from. Maybe you can look at the diagrams and pull it up and I don't know if this record exists or some record exists, but supervisor's card's got to have the last 4 digits. You got to know whose that is.
Right. I can't pull up any of this. I have to ask finance to do it, and I
And
will.
finance is over here?
Right, and I
So
will.
should I go talk to them too?
Nope.
All right.
I will speak to him and see what I can get.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty clear what we're asking for here, or I'm asking for, the statements. And the reason it's written here is so that nobody redacted the last 4 digits on the card numbers so that we can tell who's spending. That's all it is. And I think that's pretty clear. I don't know.
We'll see.
They want to play
I don't know
games.
why.
I don't like playing games, but I'm the king of games, all right?
We know that.
So don't play games with the taxpayers. That's ridiculous. Those records exist. Significant identifying ability is the 4 digits that exist on the record. You don't have to write nothing new. But what would be nice if you would write down the supervisor's card,
We'll see what I can get.
or if you find out that the people in the highway department and the people in the police, there's more than one card, because when the statements are going to show how many cards there are.
It certainly will.
So I just want to know which department they belong to. And I think that's a record that you guys should have. There's no way you can say that you don't know which card spent the money, which department, by looking at the statement. There's no way you could tell me that that's the way it is. So I guess get me the records, the rest of the records I need, and I don't have to come back then. Thanks. This is tax office. Is this where finance is, or is finance in a different place?
Just past the elevator there, go through that door.
Thank you.
And you'll see the glass house.
Yeah, I'm trying to speak to someone in finance.
Regarding.
A FOIL request I inserted.
FOIL request?
Yeah, I inserted a FOIL request for credit card statements and got a denial on the one section. I just want to clarify something.
Sure, but the FOIL requests are through the clerk's office.
Right.
So you got that response back?
Yeah, I got the response.
Okay, your name is?
Dan.
Okay, hold on, let me see if someone's available. So our finance director, Nick Swanson, he is actually on his line right now. Can I have your number and have him call you regarding this?
Nah. Are you just the secretary here? Like you can relay a message to him, or?
I can relay a message.
So the problem I'm having here is with this FOIL request is line number 2 here. I requested all credit card statements.
Okay.
And it goes on to say showing significant identifying information. Mm-hmm. Now, the clerk's office of finance has denied this record, saying that these credit card records don't exist.
Okay.
Which we all know they exist.
Okay. Can I copy this for him?
I'm sure
you're concerned about this part.
You can take that. I just talked to the clerk's office. She says she's going to talk to finance, but I decided to come down here myself to make sure that it's clarified. So I'll show you the email I got. This is the email I got here. It says that number 2, no such records exist.
Okay.
The statements do not identify or break down employees' departments of use of card, but it does. Because, well, I'm saying it's got to, because like this is the list they gave me of authorized users for the credit cards. She's claiming the supervisors has a card, the police have a card, and the highway have a card, right?
Okay.
So each one of those cards have a 4 digits at the end.
I would imagine.
Well, it's different, right? Uh-huh. So all I'm asking for is that not to be redacted out so that I can tell which department's spending it.
Okay.
And then on top of it, if I can tell, like when I'm looking at these statements, Lancaster Highway's got to have a card. I want to know which card is which department.
Which card is, okay.
And it should be a records, because to say that there's no record that you guys don't know, meaning like, for instance, the police department spends money on tires, right? Mm-hmm. And, or, the auto repair shop or something.
Right.
And then the card statements get looked at by finance or the supervisor. He's got to be able to say, all right, that was spent by the police department, not the highway department, or not the supervisor's card. So they got to know the difference between the cards.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking for is her to fill number 2.
Okay. Can I just copy this?
You can take this. This is an actual copy of it.
Okay.
But what they're saying is that these don't exist because the employees' names ain't on the statement. I'm not asking for the employees' names. I'm just asking for that record with.
Okay, so record with department, right?
Yeah, with the cards numbers on it, or at least the last 4 digits, so I can tell which department's spending.
Okay.
Just because it doesn't have their names or the department's names on the actual credit card receipt is the reason they denied me it. Which is just ridiculous. But obviously their name's not going to be on it, but there is identifying information on it.
What department is to what credit card?
So.
Okay, and what number can he reach you at?
He can email me right here.
Email you there? Okay.
Or just get the statements properly to the clerks and she can forward them to me to fill my FOIL request. But I just want to talk to finance myself to make sure it's clear as a bell, because obviously those credit cards exist and there's identifying information on the statements that would identify which department or which card it was. So to say that those don't exist because it doesn't have an employee's name, I don't really ask that. I just identifying information that allows us to know. So.
Okay, yeah, I will give this to him and have him contact you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think that they're playing games, or do you think that they really think those records don't exist because the employees' names or the department name ain't on the actual record? What do you guys think? Leave your comment what you think about that clowning.
All right, Erie County fam, so that video was recorded March 10th, 2026, and then we got a actual reply from all the work we just did. When we went in and we talked to the clerk, we talked to finance, we spelled it out for them what we wanted. We couldn't have been more clear. And not to mention, all these other municipalities' credit cards are just piling in. Now, let's fast forward here to this email here, and what we're looking at, we've received this email on March 16th, 2026 at 11:02 a.m. And what did we get at 11:02 a.m.? We got your request for the credit card and debit card statements has been denied, guys. We've been denied. What? We couldn't have been more clear. All these other municipalities are starting to roll in, like the town of Sardinia, another one who got his credit cards here under 24 hours. So I went ahead and replied to her here, and my reply was denied. LOL. Do you guys really think the judge would go along with that? Funny that you guys have something to hide. Now, let's just be honest, and anybody who's thinking for the first time they've seen credit cards being FOIL requested, let's just be honest. The courts and the government cannot and will never be able to hide these records. They're not going to be able to cover them up. They're absolutely a public record we are entitled to, so it's just crazy. And the other thing I had to say here was, son of a bitch, lucky me. Looks like there's a town board meeting tonight to discuss this cover-up and BS. So let's go back down to the town hall and try to address the town supervisor this time to try to get this settled before we have to appeal. But in the case that we do have to appeal, not only are we taking an appeal with us this time, we're going to FOIL request 48 more months of credit card statements. Now, instead of going back 1 year, they dragged their feet, fam. We're going back 5.
Down here in Lancaster, New York, the games continue on their credit card statements. Did a FOIL request on the 3rd for them, got a denial, came back and explained what I wanted to them. She went back with it again, and they came back with another denial, a blanket denial. So now we're down here to FOIL request, or submit a FOIL appeal for the records they're denying. And since they want to play games, we were asking for all of 2025 credit cards. Since they want to play games, we filled them on another one. We're going to go back 5 years on their asses. If they want to play games, I'm the king of games. I told them last time I'm here. And I think that's pretty clear. I don't know.
We'll see.
They want to play
I don't
games.
know why.
I don't like playing games, but I'm the king of games, all right?
We know that.
I was the king of games, and they want to play games. We'll go back 20 years if we have to. But we will get those records. I promise you that. Let's go straight to the supervisor's office, see if we can't get some words with them.
Hi, how can I help you?
Is the supervisor in today?
He might be in a meeting. I can see if he's available.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Oh, nice. Nice.
How you doing?
Mr. Leary.
Yeah, what's going on?
So I did a FOIL request, and I did a FOIL request across all of Western New York, from Niagara County all the way down to Cattaraugus County. Simple request, all credit card statements for the past year. 2025, Lancaster has denied it.
Okay.
I'm here with an appeal.
I believe you can do an appeal through the FOIL process, but I think I was told that you asked for specific who was using the credit card. The credit cards,
they gave me that.
The credit card statements themselves are public records.
Yeah, so why can't I get them? Why am I being denied?
Well, they're already online.
All the credit card statements?
Yeah.
Why did I get denied them then?
I think you asked specifically for the individuals making the purchases at that time. Hang on a second. Let me show you what we got.
Nobody ever told me that.
Hang on.
Let's be clear, Erie County fam. Their credit card statements are not online. What's online is a spreadsheet of what they copied and pasted from the original statements. Furthermore, to show games, this is the first time I'm even hear of their listing what they spend on credit cards online, let alone be a blanket denial and be told there's nothing. Leave your comments if you think that's games, folks.
These are published in communications for every town board meeting. It's all the credit card purchases that are done throughout the town.
Yeah, but I want the actual statements. I don't want something that you guys printed up and put in a thing. I want the actual statements for the last year. And since we're going to play games, we're going to go back 5 years, as a matter of fact.
Well, this is what we have. I mean, this is a public record. You can look at this anytime you want to.
I got that, but I want the actual statements.
Oh, you got these already?
I don't have that. Nobody gave me that. They denied me any access to that. That's why I'm here.
This is basically what's in each individual statement.
Right. This is something that you guys put on a program.
Communications.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want the actual statements of any credit cards for the town. I've been denied, so I'm appealing that.
Okay, you don't appeal to me.
Well, I'm appealing to you as a supervisor, and my problem with this whole thing is that, like I said, this is like wide, like going all over. Like the village of Lancaster turned theirs over. You know, Sardinia had theirs to me under 24 hours. I mean,
I'm
my
just going on
problem.
what I was told. I didn't look at your FOIL specifically.
I know, but I'm getting the runaround. I was down here once to straighten that out. That I want the statements.
Okay. Well, I mean,
that's not statements. This is something that you guys cut and paste. If there was something that was left out, and I'm not saying there is.
Well,
again, I'm not saying there is, but I'm saying I want the statements.
Let's not make accusations like that.
I'm not making accusations,
Okay,
but I'm telling you why I want the statements. I'm not saying that you guys are. I'm saying I want the statements. I don't want your guys.
These are given to the town board every town board meeting.
That's not what I foiled.
Okay, I don't even know what you foiled. So if you want to talk to the FOIL person about getting the specific statements, but I was told you
I
would
did
ask
talk
for
to
a
her
list
already.
of who
I talked to her twice about it.
Of who charged.
And what I don't
whatever.
understand is why
We
I'm
don't
getting a
have list
runaround.
of who charged whatever. We have it by department.
Right.
So that's
right.
I think
and
that's why.
And that's how I explained to her that, and I even came up here and explained to somebody in this desk even.
Okay, but we're not hiding anything. But again, these specific.
I'm not saying
statements,
right now you're hiding the statements.
I'm not
the statements
hiding
from the card company.
I'm not hiding anything.
I don't have it. I've been denied it. It's being hidden from me.
Because you asked for
That's
a
not what I
list.
said. That's not what I said.
That's my understanding. That's what I was told. But these are online. You can have these anytime you want to. And if you want to appeal,
these are what you made up, right? Online.
I didn't personally make them up, but these are what we give.
That's what the town made up. That's not what you got from the credit card statements.
Because they're in a format where it shows it by what department it is, and it's much easier to show this way.
But I want the actual statements.
Okay, well then appeal it and take out the part about who's using it, and I'm sure you probably. Well, again, you can go through the FOIL process.
I mean, I had to dumb it down for the town of Clarence too. I have to dumb it down for you guys and make an actual key for what I'm asking for, because I mean, I have the request right here, how it's written. You tell me how it's written wrong.
I'm not the FOIL person.
You want to tell me how it's written wrong? You don't want to help me?
I am not the FOIL.
You don't want to help me though?
You can go back.
You said if I probably write it different, I'd get it.
I'm telling you, we're not hiding anything at all.
Right, you're telling me you didn't hide anything, and you're showing me a paper that you guys made up.
It's a document.
And I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm telling you what I want and what I'm not getting.
Okay.
And that's why I come up here to talk to the supervisor, the executive of the village of or the town of Alden.
Calm down. I'm talking to you right now. So making a, put in for an appeal of that and say you just want the.
So you said if I wrote it, you said if I wrote it differently, I would get it. What did I write wrong on this piece of paper?
My understanding is you asked for a list of the people who were utilizing it. Okay. This is a list of the, is this in the statements?
I asked for a list of the people authorized users, which she gave me by department. She gave that. I already have that. What I don't have is the credit card statements for 2025.
Okay. Well.
And you don't have them in your hand either. That's not the statements from 2000. That's not the credit card statements.
These are the credit card
That is not the credit card statements. Right, that's the purchases.
Yeah. So
that is not the statements.
And the FOIL person will get back.
But I'm asking you because you just told me if I foiled it differently, I would get it. So
I did not say that. I said you can.
I have it on video.
You can foil it differently.
If you did foil it different, you'd probably get it right. So what can you explain to me and help me out?
Stop putting words in my mouth. You can go through the process.
I didn't put a word in your mouth.
I'm telling you right now, if you want access to the stuff, it's right
Guys,
online.
he just told us that if I filled it out differently,
what I'm telling you
that
right
I could
now,
probably get it.
Because I'm on camera right now and I understand that. As again, go ahead and appeal it.
I'm going to appeal it.
Great. And these are readily available right now to look at. Okay? So it should be, these are there. So we're not trying to hide everything.
What? So we're not trying to hide everything.
During my administration, we made sure
we're hiding the statements.
But all the information is right here in these documents.
Your clerk's office and you are literally just told me that the way I foiled it is the reason I'm not getting it, but you won't help me and show me what's on this paper wrong.
We put this online so you can see
That's great. I don't care about what you made. What I want is the statements from MasterCard or Visa or Capital One or, whatever logos. That's what I want.
Make that clear and what you got.
Clear then. Tell me how to make it clear. That's what I'm asking you, Supervisor.
Then you can send it to the FOIL person.
I think I might have pinned you wrong. I literally came up here thinking that I was going to get help, but I'm getting a more runaround.
I just gave you. We're not hiding anything. It's right here.
I'm asking you a question. Then will you answer my question?
I'm not your legal advisor.
Will you answer me a question?
That's the town attorney.
All right. So you guys are the ones that are going to fill this. So
and
can
I
you
don't
please
know
help
if this
me?
is the document that we have or not.
Could you please
I
tell
haven't
me?
Seen it.
No, this one's different. The only thing that's different though is instead of asking for 2025, we're asking for all of them from 2024 all the way to 2021. So this is written the exact same way. All complete credit card and debit card statements from 2021 January of 2021 all the way to December of something. Tell me how that's written wrong that I didn't get those statements.
I have no idea.
So
that part. My understanding is you wanted a list of something. So
that was up here and they gave it to me. I'll show it to you, the list. I have that list.
Pretty amounts of statement.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the part on here, leaving or showing sufficient information to identify the department's officials or employees assigned to each account by the name, a list, 4 digits on card.
Right.
Again, this is the information that shows what departments.
But I want the statements.
Well, that's probably why you were denied, because you asked for all that additional information.
I didn't ask for additional.
You do right here.
It says showing
Sufficient
or leaving
information.
significant information
to identify the department's
officials
and or employees.
all the way down to 4 digits.
We don't have it
so
by
the
the
4
official-
digits on the
there's
back. Is this the 4 digits on the back of the
Hang on a
card right
second.
here?
There is nothing in here to list the officials or the employees assigned to each account.
But that
we don't have that.
But
That's
you
a list
gave me
you're
a
asking
list of
for.
employees. No. I'm not asking. I'm asking for the credit card statements and don't blur out the 4 digits, is pretty much, or the names if they're on there. What part of that don't you guys understand? I've been down here 3 times now to explain that.
Again, I could see where the confusion could be, so do it up differently and see if it goes through the next time. But anything with the credit card statements right now is on these documents right here.
That you made up.
And it is
You
by
guys made
department on here.
That you guys
So I
made
mean,
up.
these are very informative, and we don't hide anything from the public.
I'm not saying
Okay.
you guys are, but you're hiding the statements. And you guys are making it difficult. I have statements. Look, this morning, on my way in here, let me show you some more statements from different towns. Look at this. This is North Collins, literally just emailed me all their statements. Look at this.
You know what?
All their statements from their credit card
Yeah.
companies. They're
If-
all here.
if there's any
What
type
is
of
the issue in
confusion-
Lancaster that all these other municipalities don't have this problem?
Okay.
That's the problem.
Because of the way it's worded in there, I can see where there could be an issue, but I'm not the attorney making the
Now
decision.
we'll
on it.
appeal it.
So appeal it,
And we'll put
but
it in.
in
for-
the meantime,
we're gonna go back 5 years, and
you have all
that's
these
really
things in
great
there?
that you guys made up
Yeah,
something.
we don't hide anything from the public.
That's great, but there are corrupt officials out there, and I'm not saying you guys are. I'm
Right.
just saying that. But getting the runaround when I get all these other ones, you're telling me that they're not being hidden, but it's a real pain in the ass trying to get them. And you tell me if I write it differently. But what do you want me to do? Just leave out leave the stuff unredacted part? I don't get it.
Well, I would talk to the town attorney about it and see who's the FOIL person. But in the meantime, these are available to everybody in the public as to what credit card payments.
That's right, guys. They got the stuff made up that they printed up, but they won't give out these statements, guys. We'll see you at the meeting. We'll see you at the meeting tonight. All right, we'll be there. We're gonna have a good time. I gotta get to the attorney to turn this in. I don't know if the attorney's up here.
That'll be, the assessors can help you with the start, if that's what you need, and they'll be
Okay,
like
yeah.
assessors. Thanks.
Which way are the town attorney?
She's not here on Mondays, it is in there. I can give you her email if you want to.
Can I leave something with you for her?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just an appeal of denial.
yes, I know the appeals do go to her, so I can give them to her mailbox.
And then, is there any way I can get a date stamp copy of that?
Yeah. I'll copy it for you. There's that. Do you want the colored one back or?
No, you keep the color. Nice. So you can keep the original. Now let's go to the town clerk's office and we'll FOIL the last 4 years prior to that. And they don't want to give it out, guys. They printed it up and put it on a sheet for us, but they don't want to give it up. Now, I'm not saying there's anything difficult about giving it up. Seems like all these other towns have no freaking problem whatsoever. I got a FOIL request to turn in.
It's a FOIL request? I'm sorry? A FOIL request?
Do you need the form?
No, I got one all filled out. I just need a date stamp copy.
Okay, I'll give it to the clerk then, okay?
Alright, she's not available to speak to.
No, she's with someone right now.
As far as denial on FOIL requests, who makes those decisions? Do you know that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Don't know. Alright, I'll wait.
I'll tell you right now, they did not expect me to say that I would wait for the clerk to get done.
Thanks.
Yep.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
If I could just get a rundown of how that last FOIL request that they got denied, like who makes that decision?
You can talk, I
I
can't talk.
appealed it. I'm just wondering,
Right.
who, like,
And
is
then
that
you
you that denied it?
No, well, I forwarded to you,
Right,
but
you
it was
re-forwarded
denied by
that.
the town attorney,
The town attorney.
so, yeah. So I can't really speak on that
All right,
since you
that's all. No,
appealed
I just
it.
don't want to give you the blame for the denial. I'm
can
pretty
only-
sure it wasn't up to you, but you
Right,
know, I
if
gotta
they-
know just who.
Right, if I don't,
So I appealed that to the, and then we're just gonna go back another 3-4 years.
Yeah,
So we're going
looks like-
5 years now. So I
I
got
mean, I've
a
already
case in.
given you that.
Well, no, this is for this, yeah, you probably already gave me, but this is here is gonna go back for if anything changed 5 years, but
And
we're going back
I
5
already gave you
years.
number 4.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay,
Thanks.
so proceed.
You see that, guys? Did you see that? They were like, oh, she's busy. I'm like, oh, wait. You know, I've done this FOIL request across 50 municipalities. 50 municipalities. Right? I've got like 10 card statements from everybody from different places. I did not expect there to be any feet dragging or any problems in Lancaster. And I'm not even saying there's corruption. Maybe the mayor's sheet that he made a spreadsheet with all their spending on it, maybe it's right. But if it's wrong, somebody's got to check, double check the math, right? That's checks and balances, that's America, and that's how it works. So we're out here doing a little checks and balances, and they're dragging their feet, which is very suspicious. Hit that thumbs up, guys, if you think that's suspicious. Down here today for a board meeting about credit card statements and not handing out public records, playing games.
Now, the public meeting was absolutely packed to the gills because the town of Lancaster just did a town-wide reval to reval property taxes. And while I'm not going to bore you with the entire meeting, I just hope the town of Lancaster knows that they have one hell of a good assessment board on board here. As a matter of fact, if you all remember, we ran through their assessment board and fired 3 of their board members. The video was a total banger. 175,000 people watched it. We schooled the ever-living shit out of the town with the law and forced it right up their ass, causing 3 of the board members to quit or be fired, and now Lancaster has a hell of a better board.
What time is yours?
I don't even have one.
Oh, cool.
That's weird.
Lends him to think he is overassessed.
Oh, sure. So
I don't want to hear any more case law. Let me put it to you quite frankly. I want to know what's particular to this property.
So is your position that this board is not bound by case law?
Case law is what happens nationally or statewide.
These are all New York State.
What?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Please tell me what are the comps, what are the differences, what makes his property that we should have to reduce his assessment?
Oh, sure, the case law required.
No. Doing this basic on law and not on what's unique or different about this. And what I'm asking as a board member is for you to explain, not your law. I want to know why these homeowners wanted to have their assessment challenged, the basis. Because you're doing law. I want their assessment that they feel needs to be lowered. And if you're going to start with this whole court of law piece again, please don't. Please don't.
People on this board who understand the case law
Okay.
and understand how this works.
All right. You're done. You've presented.
So you're not
all
going to let
three
me
cases.
present
I'm not
further?
going to let you finish.
What
You're
is
done. You are done insulting this
I'm
board.
not insulting it. You're going to announce the date before the hearing's over?
No.
So you're telling us on camera you're going to violate our PTO?
Not announcing tonight.
Sure, she said it more than one way that she doesn't care about the
You're going to
law.
violate the law. That's fine.
She doesn't care about the law. This little tyrant was fired. And while the majority of the meeting was about taxes and people being upset about their property taxes going up, we did get a chance to speak to the supervisor and clarify a few things. This morning we had a talk about it. I got some more credit cards. So look at this. This is from Fredonia. Here I had an opportunity to show the supervisor some of the credit card statements from all these other municipalities, showing them how bad Lancaster is going to look. And at the end of this little short conversation, he guaranteed me that I would get those records.
I don't think there's going to be a problem getting the credit card statements. So again, your request for a review is being done. So I think you're, hopefully you're going to be happy with that.
Honestly, dude, I really thought you were the best guy for the job, so when I went up to you, I wasn't going up to bust your balls or anything. I thought really, I was going to talk to you, you were going to settle this out, and we were going to take care of it, and that was that. I was like, I felt like I got a little bit of money out of it. Like, you see, like, you're waiting. All right, Erie County Fam. So on the 16th of March, we were inside the office of the supervisors asking about the appeal, and then submitting the appeal on the 16th as well. Then we attended the meeting where we were told we would get these records eventually by the supervisor. Now, if you look at here on the screen, what we have here is on March 24th, 2026, the appeal came back from the attorney's office. And if we scroll down here, I'll read what it reads here on the third paragraph down is pretty much where we're going to start off here. It says, I have clearly reviewed your appeal of the town's response to your FOIL request and issue the following determinations of that credit card statement, which account numbers redacted from financial security reasons should have been provided to you. The statement significantly showing the town departments utilized in the cards. So, in other words, if you remember properly, the town clerk said that the attorney is the one who ultimately made the call. Now, if you notice again here, now this is the attorney who is making a decision that it should have been given to us. So clearly the supervisor must have had his hand in here and forced the issue. So you can see that they did submit those, and they did get them to me actually. So they attached this to me, and they also CC'd the New York State Committee on Open Government with this email as well to let them see that the appeal has been successfully filled. Now we have statements. We have the highway department statements. We have the supervisor's office statements. And we have the police department statements. Now, if we go through the police department statements, they're pretty short. There's not really much on it. A lot of training. I did see some a lot of money in food. Some like this one here. This one here's got let's see if I can make that a little bigger for now. We got the zoom right. As you can see, they have a $10,000 limit on the card, and there's some things on here like citizens defense training courses. That seems all normal. Let's see. There was something right here in the beginning that seemed odd. We have $690 in pizza. On the same exact day, we also have another $222 from the same pizza place, but just DoorDashed instead. So we are definitely going to go through some statements. What I've noticed is that the supervisor statements have way more transactions. There's a lot of stuff on there that is Amazon purchases, and we're going to pull some of that down. But where we're going to do it on a Saturday Night Live called Saturday Night Statements. And we're going to go through some statements and fill out some FOIL requests together. So if you guys want to dive into these statements a little deeper, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're ready for Saturday Night Statements, because that's when we're going to do that. But leave your comments on what you think of what it took to get these statements out, fam.
So we're not trying to hide everything.
We living in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can't discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, my sons, if they act up, I'm like, son, you can't play the game today. They act up again, I'm gonna say, son, you're gonna read a book all day today. You can't watch TV. That's it. I will ever in my life, ever humiliate my own DNA on a social media network. I've seen a lot of parents do that, and it actually made me cry.
So in this video so far on March 5th, 2025.
It's out Erie County Fam. Yeah. Corruption cruiser rolls into town. Our public servants better not clown. Our rights respected, no backing down. Audit them all, Constitution showdown. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County Fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Cops scatter, they know the name. First Amendment on our side, we got no shame. Document them all, expose their games. Do it for the people, not for the fame. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County Fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Flexing our rights, a man with a mission. Constitution on our side, never asked for permission. Taking pictures and videos and hey, might just take a piece of public candy. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County Fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Come the government dogs with their charges and cuffs, barking up the wrong tree, acting so tough. We'll FOIL request the body cams and all their reports. Brittany Penn, Berthy gonna neuter them in court. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County Fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Forget to like, share, and subscribe, fam. We out.
You pull the Constitution out of your pockets on here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film. Oh, here, there.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah, sure it is. On here is Dan Erie County.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.